Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tara Omilade, and I love helping women align with their life purpose so that they confidently and courageously live the amazing lives they know they deserve. And the women who I help love ancient wisdom, they love the ancient traditions. Oh, and they embrace the goddess path. They love talking about the goddess. So, yeah, that's what I love doing. How are you all doing this evening for our regular Friday live stream? I would love to hear from you all. I have to tell y'all, I had to like reboot my computer. So, I hope everything's working okay. Hope y'all are out there okay. I think I can see that people are actually seeing the live stream. So, that's great. Let me know who you are, where you're from, all that kind of good stuff. Let me know when you are here. So, yeah, I wanted to come on this evening and talk about. I'm just looking for one of my banners, y'all. I wanted to come on and talk to you all about this new moon. Oh, my goodness. Let's talk about this new moon. Because, yeah, happy new moon in Libra. Y'all know I've been talking about Libra energy or Libra season all Libra season. Like, I heart Libra season. I just love it. I think it's such a good time to do a reset. It just vibes with me. Do you know what house Libra is for you? For me, Libra is from my ascendant sign. It is my 12th house that has to do with, or the houses have to do with areas of life. Because I know not everybody knows, what a house means in astrology, but it means what area of life is it happening in? What's up? Hi, Laura from Alabama, my home girl. Hey, girlfriend. Um, but yeah, it has to do with what area of life is it happening for you in. Um, and so for me as a Pisces, it is my eighth house, which is a very healing house. Both that eighth and the 12th house are those areas of life. Those are very healing. What's up, chula? Hola, amiga. How are you today? ¿Cómo está? So, or is it estás? Whatever. Yeah, estás. Excuse me. Need to bone up on my Spanish. I'm really getting rusty. Ever since I went to the Dominican Republic last year, I stopped studying my Spanish. I'm gonna need y'all to get on me for that. What's up, my sister? The wonderful, the glorious Paula. How are you? Federa, I got your name. Alafia. Hello, hello. Yes, y'all are here. Oh, do y'all notice that I'm very appropriately dressed? It is Libra, the Libra new moon. You need to be appropriately dressed, all right? Don't come up in here looking any old kind of way. Don't come in looking flamboyant because Libra does not like that. Libra doesn't like too much extra, all right? Libra wants it nice and balanced, all right? So let us respect this Libra new moon. All praises to the new moon. The moon in Libra. What's up, Veronica? Yes, you did make it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yes, let's talk about this new moon. So one of the reasons I love this new moon is because it is such, or that I love Libra season in general, is because it's such an important time for us to see, okay, where the frick am I out of balance? I was listening to somebody talk today, and he was like, essentially, all this work we're doing is to help us be in balance. It's about having well being. And so that's what Libra gives us an opportunity to do, to stop and see, how can I bring my life more in balance? And so I want to ask you right now, pick up a pen and some paper and write down, how are you going to, or what area of life are you committed to making change to have more balance in that area? Maybe you need more balance in your family. Maybe you spend too much time working, or maybe you spend too much time. They talk about people are sort of like helicopterish, it's no judgment. See, that's another thing. We're not judging nobody, right? But maybe it's like we need to be a little bit more balanced in our parenting. I'm a hardcore parenting mom, so folks try to tell me back up. I'm like, you know what? I get one shot. But I'm not a helicopter mom. I can be honest with you with that. And I'm like, y'all go on somewhere now. Go go on over there and play. Let mama sit over here and be quiet and drink her coffee. Yes, I love coffee. I'm almost Shango. Okay, Shango is the masculine energy. If you know the energy of the Orisha, the masculine energy that rules my head. I love coffee. I align with the Cubans. But anywho, going back to talking about this moon, please put pen to paper, because this moon is so tough. It is so fire. There is not actually a moon that is a comfortable moon. Like, everyone is like, Libra energy. If you want Libra energy in your life, you're asking somebody to come in who's going to be like, okay, what can we do to balance this thing out? Libras a lot of times are like, what can we do to be harmonious? What do we need to do for everybody to get along? Let's look at all the different sides. Well, this moon has energy coming from Capricorn, which is like, you better get this done. All right. Whatever effort you put in that you should put in, or whatever effort you don't put in that you were supposed to put in, either way, you're going to get your due. You're going to get paid for what it is that you put in on this thing. And so Capricorn is like, you know what? Yeah, you better get this thing in balance. But I tell you what, you better get this thing done, because Capricorn is shooting all kinds of energy. We got Jupiter, we got Pluto, we got Saturn, which Saturn is amazing in Capricorn, of course, And so something that I want to say to you all, when we think about this energy of Libra, the question is, do you need to have some boundaries in your relationships? That is one question I would say. Where do you need more balance? Or boundaries. The other thing is, what do you need more? Where do you need more structure in your life that it will bring balance? And the thing that I'll tell y'all, this is what I'm hearing from my guys. The thing that I'll tell y'all is, we have to be honest with ourselves, because this Capricorn energy is like, get real, get real. So we have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to say, I actually don't really want to get balanced in this way. I really don't want to put forth the effort. I don't want to put forth the hard work. But whatever this is activating for you, you will feel poked to get this thing done. You'll just be feeling like this pen is just poking you, like, get it done, get it done. And it'll feel so uncomfortable. It'll feel so uncomfortable, right? But if you get real and you just say, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to get this thing done. This is not a moon where we're going to feel like, oh, some people, if they have, the emotional area of their chart activated, they may feel a little bit emotional. But this is not an emotional kind of energy. This is more of a get real and get it done type of energy. I so wish I had better news for y'all. Come December, this is gonna be so much more fun. Okay. And then we have Mars doing its thing, shooting its energy our way. Like we need, more of this energy, but this is more of like push and pull energy, right? And so this moon is bringing up this energy of, yeah, you need balance, but it might be more of like balance between what is it that you're really passionate about and other people. Maybe, oh, I feel like I really want to get this done, but then other people. It's no excuses. I will tell y'all that, because we got Capricorn in place. So, woo, hey, Veronica. Hi, Jasmine. Hello, Jovial. So, yeah, I wish I had better news. I just think that we can get a lot done. I just really do. So, I want to ask you all, what have you done to engage this new moon energy? Have you done any rituals today? And if so, I want to hear y'all's rituals, because one of the things that I think is very clear and apparent, especially for people in my inner circle, is I'm very much about practical application. Like my godmother, she said, "Oh, it's a lot of big heads. It's like people who know a lot. We know a lot of spiritual energy." And it's great to be a big head. Like a lot of people, they're very wise, very, very wise. But my question is, how do we take the energy from up on high and connect it with this energy of the space-time continuum so that we can manifest results in our lives? Like what's really the good of knowing all of this if we don't apply it, right? So I'm asking you to tell me, what have you done for the new moon? This moon can take you very, very far. And so what is it that you want to achieve in the next 6 months? What is it that you want to achieve in the next 6 months? Write it down, put it up, and see yourself. And one of the things that I would do is to write it down as, it is now April 16th, and I have achieved fill in the blank. And as you write down what you've achieved, now you need to be thinking about, what are the steps to get there? And so then that's when we call on Capricorn. Capricorn, all these planets in Capricorn. Y'all been riding our butts for the last 2 years. So I'm asking you, old great energy of Capricorn, old great energy of Saturn, to help me stay on the straight and narrow to do what I need to do in order to achieve this goal. Why should you have a dream deferred? Okay, no dreams deferred for us, right? We call on the spirit of these astrological energies that are alive, living, breathing energies, active in our lives, to work with us and for us to make whatever it is that we desire in our lives, to make itself manifest. Yeah, we dealing with Libra, ruling planet Venus. Venus is all about the desires. And so, yeah, and Libra is a very creative sign. It's a very creative sign. The other thing to think about is, what do you need to refine? Maybe there's something, it's like you got it in place, but you need to refine it. And you need to refine it over the next 6 months. Now, I'm going to tell y'all another reason why it's so important for us to be focused on this, is because we're laying the foundation. Think about Capricorn, Saturn. It's all about structure and foundation. We're in a 4-year. It's about structure and foundation. We're laying the foundation for the new age that is upon us. Okay. So at the end of the day, we need to remember, yes, we got this outside world, this collective experience that is unfolding before us. But at the end of the day, the only thing that we have control over really is the choices that we make in our lives, for our lives. And I'm asking you to make a choice for your destiny. And how do you make a choice for your destiny? You say, this is what I'm going to do. You write it down. And then you say, you know what? Ancestors, Orisha, Neter, angels, goddess, whatever you want to call it, show me the way, assist me. I am willing. I'm taking action, because y'all, we got Mars in here. Mars is like, take action. No sitting on your hands. And Mars is like, look, y'all, quit playing it safe. Because one of the things that we have to think about is, this is my motto, one of my mottos for 2020. I am comfortable with being uncomfortable. I know I look like I am just all put together here, but it's like I'm doing new things. I have decided this goddess, body, mind, spirit is my life's work, and I'm going for it. It's been in, I've been working on this since what, 2006 is when I, created my website. 2011 is when I started making videos. And, I couldn't see how to do it while having children. I chose just to say, I'm just going to raise my children. Well, youngest son graduates next year. And so I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to go get a job. I would prefer to follow and pursue my life's work. And so it's uncomfortable doing stuff that you got to do in order if you want to, have an online business. And so comfortable with being uncomfortable, because when you choose that, and that's actually the natural way of achieving things, you just are like, you know what? I'm just going to send it. I'm just going to do it. When you move into that new realm, you just feel, it feels off center. And that is something that I think all of us need to embrace over this next 6 months. I'm just comfortable with being uncomfortable. But you know what? At least I'm taking action. At least I'm moving in the direction of my dreams. At least I'm moving in the direction of my goals. At least I'm moving in the direction of my destiny. I will not be denied. I don't care what I see in the world. I don't care what they report on the news. It is now time for me in this moment to move forward, to make choices that are in my best interest, so that I don't die up out of here, leaving my skills, my gifts, my talents untapped and unleashed in the world. We're just not going to make that choice, y'all. This is what I'm asking y'all. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do, but I am passionate, as you can see. I'm passionate about this. Let's see here. What we got going on here today? Hey, Keisha. All right, Jasmine, chilling with my rose quartz crystals on the Libra New Moon. Nothing particularly special. I love that. I love that, Jasmine. Hello, I need to learn how to do that. Manifest some freedom. Good tips. Yes, ma'am. To the great and wonderful Keisha, I am feeding my snake today. Had a haircut, so I'll be bearing my hair. Okay, planting seeds or plant with it. Love, love, love that. That is actually one of the things that we think about for the new moon phase is planting seeds. And so we definitely see the writing down of our new moon intentions. Write them down. That is you planting seed. Where are we planting the seed? We do this symbolically, and we can do it through ritual. And those seeds are being planted within our energy matrix. It's within the energetic garden of ourselves. And how do we make these seeds grow? How do we make these seeds begin to manifest? Number one, we don't forget that we are powerful manifestors. We have to plant the seeds like, you know what? This is just how it works. Okay. It's an energetic thing. Number two, you come up with that plan and you take action. Manifesting will never, ever happen without action. And so, as we take the action, it is, I am comfortable with being uncomfortable. I will use the example that I typically use, which is me losing weight. Which y'all, I have been losing weight. I have been slimming down. My clothes are feeling looser. So I'm giving myself some snaps. I'm going to give y'all some snaps too. And so one of the number one things I have to do, and actually, when I really think about it, this is how I've always lost weight. Before there was all this talk about intermittent fasting, that's what I did. When I was in college, I began to, no, maybe I heard it. It wasn't Queen Afua. I don't know who said it, but they said, don't eat after 6 or 7 o'clock at night. I was like, okay, I can do that. So I just stopped eating. This was, I freshman 15. I have no shame. When you were at Spelman College back in the day, it wasn't that many choices. I gained my freshman 15. No shame. Did anybody else gain their freshman 15 when they were in their freshman year? Come on, y'all. Come on, somebody. I know I wasn't the only one. Anywho, then I decided my sophomore year, I got to lose this weight. And I just stopped eating after 6 or 7 o'clock. Weight poured off of me. So then enter, especially with me going through perimenopause, enter intermittent fasting. I was like, oh my gosh, not only am I able to lose weight with this intermittent fasting, but also I sleep better when I intermittent fast. And I just all around mentally was feeling better. And I had been doing my intermittent fast, and I was like living my best life with intermittent fast, and I got away from it. Here recently, I was like, that's the one thing I definitely got to get back to. I have to intermittent fast. I can lose weight with intermittent fasting and not exercising. I'll lose it faster with exercising, but if I just intermittent fast and eat normally, of course, I'm eating healthy when I'm eating. I don't restrict calories or anything like that. I just have a window where I eat, and it's every day. I eat from like 5 in the morning to about 3:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, I'll lose weight. But I tell you what, I had to get comfortable with being uncomfortable again because I was a little hungry, y'all. I was a little hungry. So yeah, think about this. Think about it doesn't have to be anything earth-shattering. It's just you decided this is what I'm going to do. You begin to make the steps. Your subconscious will be like, sis, what you doing, bruv? That's not what we do. And you just have to say, you know what? I'm okay with being uncomfortable. There's nothing wrong. I just know initially it's not comfortable, and I'll just push my way through. Okay. Now, so yeah, let me see here. Plant those seeds, y'all. Plant those seeds. Taking a spiritual bath tonight. Very nice. Very nice. And this rising, I poured out libations and spoke to the ancestors about my plans that I want to manifest. I love that. I love that. More African dance workouts. Nice. To connect with the ancestors and break up the old stagnant energy. I think that's a very, very good idea. Jasmine, African dance in general, I think is really good for breaking up stagnant energy. Actually, dancing is aligned with helping to like really get rid of what is that called, like depression and stuff like that. So very good. Okay, took action today with my daughter, printed our logo. Okay, we have an animal totem here. Well, we have the snake looking at a very large hawk. Wow, yes, that is Shango. So y'all tell me, do you know what the hawk stands for? Hello, hello. How are you? Is that Shakebra? Shakebra? Oh yeah, I just got up and walked away. I'm sorry. I had to get our book. Does anyone know what the hawk symbolizes? Yes, I do actually agree that the hawk symbolizes Shango. That's what my godfather taught. That is Shango. It might be taught in other traditions, but let's see here, 151, 155. Okay. Shango hawk. Oh no. Where is it? Hawk. The hawk has to do with visionary power and guardianship. Wow, that's deep. Visionary power and guardianship. Let's see here. I mean, it's like a lot of energy. Ooh. Okay, it says we could be working with Kundalini, which is that snake. So I think that that's something that we need to be thinking about, goddesses, that, and any brothers that are watching, because I know sometimes I have Anubis and Michael on, but Kundalini is definitely something that we could be thinking about. And of course, Kundalini has to do with awakening to the power within. It really goes back to what I was talking about, accessing the the inner energetic garden that we have. Now, something that I do want to really impress upon us is something I actually have been focused on here lately. One of my teachers said that a lot of times the places where you struggle the most is where you've hidden your power, because ultimately we have come here to actually understand that we are the great divine conscious, that we are, the goddess, that we are, the highest supreme energy in form. We really come to awaken to that. That's what the Kundalini is all about. And so, one of the best ways to unleash and unlock this power is to really look at, where do I struggle in my life? Like, where do I feel like, man, I just really have problems making inroads here? And so, if you can just remember, this is what I've been reminding myself of here lately. I have locked my power in a particular place, and it looks like it's a problem, but it's actually where I locked my power. And so you have to take action to go there, which means you go into it where you struggle the most. Typically, we're running away from it. We're doing everything we can to get away from it, but we want to go into it. And that's how we unlock and unleash our powers. And so for me, one of the things that I do is I set new moon intentions. I set goals, and I say, I will get this done. Even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it feels like a struggle, even if it feels like I am failing daily, I will pick myself up and keep going. Because a lot of times what I am learning is that whatever you strive for, whatever you're going for, it's not actually about that thing. It's about, who do you have to become in order to manifest it? And that is how we unlock and unleash our power. Yeah, we want to open up this Kundalini energy, but I think the Kundalini gets opened up through our spiritual practices, through just doing deep dives to know, who am I really? I am going to do everything I can to peel away every layer so that I can just keep expanding myself, expanding myself. And so, how do we do this? We take action. We decide, I'm going for a thing. And when it feels like you're bumping up against that wall, it's like, okay, I'm going to find a key and unlock whatever makes me feel like I'm bumping up against this wall. Because you have to remember, you're a limitless being. So if we're limitless beings, yeah, we're in manifest form. We got to operate according to the laws of the universe. But we actually have the power to experience, like, to be superhumans. We actually have that potential. And so we just have to make the choice to go for something that would force us to be like, oh my gosh, what do I need to do to get to the next level? Find that key and unlock it. So I do have on my website, goddessbodymindspirit.com, a class that I created called the 4 Keys to Self-Mastery. If you're in the inner circle, you don't have to go there. Just go into the inner circle under resources. I put that class there for y'all. But if you are not in the inner circle, it is on my website, goddessbodymindspirit.com. You'll see 4 keys to self-mastery. One is awareness. Another one is devotion. Another one is ritual. And the last one is faith. These were taught to me by my godfather. And so this is how we can find different ways to unlock our potential. Okay. Unlock this powerful Kundalini energy that is within us, because Kundalini is to be awakened within us so that we can unleash our superpowers into the world. Like, I don't know what people think enlightenment is, but enlightenment is I am enlightened so that I can go touch people powerfully with my gifts. Whatever your gift is, whatever sect of the goddess you are representing, that is what enlightenment is all about, to go and represent your goddess sect. All right. Some of us going to be teachers. Some of us going to be doctors. Some of us going to be artists. Okay. Others of us out there will be engineers, administrators. We are infinite in the way we express it. Some of us out there are going to be healers and diviners. Don't let me leave y'all out. All right. I know folks be forgetting about our career. It's a real legitimate career. Some of us energy workers, right? Okay. I'm just going ahead and leave that. Y'all can look up Hawk because yeah, I got woo. Y'all just know how to make me just really talk. Planning my trip to start my new journey in the Orisha lifestyle. Ashe. Yes, dancing is amazing. Lost 20 freshman year. I'm jealous, Jasmine. Oh, because you had to trek up the hills of University of Pittsburgh. I'm not mad at you. Hey, Sun Eyes. Hi, Kima J. Journaling and connecting with my ancestors and building my altar. Very, very good. And I say today, I don't know when the moon goes void. Where's my book? I don't know when the moon goes void. But yeah, get that altar built. Work with those ancestors. You cannot go wrong working with the ancestors. Like, they are your supreme angels, the ones that we guides, the ones that we call on. If you're born, I say in the West, but especially here in the United States, the Orisha is the ancestors. So it behooves us to work with the ancestors. Hello, Voodoo Priestess Nana. How are you? Yes, snaps for everybody. Snaps for everybody. Hi, King Hayes. Let's see here. Hey, Aquarian T. When you say is that the North Node, what are you asking me about? What did I say, Paula? Because I can't remember what I said. North Node. The North Node right now is in Gemini. So whatever your Gemini house is, I'm telling y'all, better work with these nodes. Goddesses, and who was that? King Hayes. I don't know what King Hayes is talking about. Yeah, work with the nodes, please. Work with your natal nodes. Work with the transiting nodes. Oh my God. The nodes are everything. The nodes are everything. Okay, so let's see here. We talked about what rituals. Now, those who are in my inner circle, I know I go on and on and on, but repetition is the mother of skill. So I just want to bring up the third agreement. And part of the reason I'm making sure that I do this is because, or we're in the fourth agreement. No, I think we're in the fourth agreement. Do your best. Sorry. Do your best. Is because I was like, this is crazy how this book is working, because we're getting ready to go into Scorpio season. And I love what he talks about in this book, which has to do with, I think it's something like called the ritual of death or something like that, which is all Scorpio. It's all Scorpio. But one of the things that I think we should I think we should make these agreements during this new moon. We should make these agreements. Be impeccable with your word. We said this is what we were going to do. Also, we're not talking about nobody else, because the law of oneness says if I'm being Miss Benita Betrayal, y'all remember Miss Benita Betrayal? If I'm being Miss Benita Betrayal and I'm talking about Miss Jenkins, I'm talking about myself. I love Miss Jenkins too. And guess what? I'm not going to be talking about Miss Benita Betrayal, talking about Miss Jenkins. So be impeccable with your word. The next one is take nothing personally. That's another thing that we have to do when we're moving in the direction of our goals. I ain't taking nothing personally. You know why? Because I will not be denied my destiny. All right. Say what you want, but the only thing that matters is what my higher self says, what my guides say. That's all I care about. Everybody else is just going, your opinion is none of my business. And I'm just going to keep moving. Now, okay, I might assess if I need to make some changes. If it's fair, oh, you best believe, because sometimes well, not sometimes, we all have a blind spot. And sometimes people reflect to us what we know, what changes we know we need to make, but we don't really want to make these changes. Or maybe we're just dragging our feet on making the changes, right? And somebody will say something. It's like, you know what? That's true. Thank you for that. Thank you for reflecting back to me what I was sensing that I needed to do. But for the most part, yeah, take nothing personally. And because the other thing it does is it just frees you up. You don't have to be caring what people think, nothing. Because every time we take something personally that someone says, that's time that we are, it's just a distraction. It's time that we are distracted from our destiny. No distraction from our destiny. We are on the straight and narrow to our destiny. Make no assumptions. So, sometimes if we're honest, we're making lots of assumptions about people. We are like, or we're making assumptions about our situation. And sometimes those assumptions are our ego that's trying to keep us from doing something that it perceives is not safe. Okay. And so it'll have us make assumptions. Well, maybe, they probably don't want to talk to me, or they want to help me, or, I don't want to be a burden. And that person might be like, I really want to help somebody today. And we have denied them the ability to help us because we made an assumption that they probably just too busy, right? No, make no assumptions. Just ask questions, figure out the truth, go for it, all that kind of good stuff. And another thing about not making assumptions is, again, it keeps your energy clear. The majority of the time, our energy is so distracted, or it's littered with just all this clutter from the outside, and a lot of it is clutter from within. So make no assumptions, and then let's agree from now until April. Let's just shoot for 6 months. From now until April, I'm just going to do my best every day. I am waking up and doing my best. And remember, we talked about, well, I can't remember if it was with my inner circle or if I've said this here on the live stream, but we talked about how maybe on a day where I feel well, my best is going to be like freaking amazing. That might be a day where I wake up and I'm a little off center, because y'all, for real, astrologically, I am learning, or numerologically, some days are just more challenging than others, or the morning might be hard and the afternoon might be better, right? I've done readings with my Metuneta Oracle, and it's like I start the day out on a high, and the oracle's like negative, negative. It's like I get all these negative readings. I'm like, dang, I feel amazing. But I just say, okay, let me just take note of what I saw. And then when I get later into the day, it's like, dang, that's what the oracle was talking about. It could see down the path that I couldn't see. And so because I knew it was coming, I could do my best, even though it felt like a struggle, right? When it's feeling like a struggle, your best doesn't look like when it's of the greatest of ease. And we just have to grant ourselves grace. My godfather Babaji used to say, be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourselves. Okay. So I'm asking y'all to consider taking these 4 agreements into that new moon. Now, I do need to mention that tomorrow is the first Women's Healing Circle. It's the same thing both days, October 17th and the 22nd. And it is tomorrow is at 6 o'clock Eastern time, 3 o'clock Pacific time. And then it's earlier in the day on the 22nd. But you can go to my website and register, goddessbodymindspirit.com. And so it's a healing circle and webinar, because I want y'all to know there's going to be some talking on there. It's not just straight, healing circle or whatever. but it's what I largely share in the inner circle. And so I'm sharing it with you all to show y'all this is what I'm about. This is what I do. So y'all can get a taste of it. You'll also learn a little bit about me and see some pictures. I've put my presentation together and everything. So you'll get to see some some of my initiatory pictures that have not been out in the public. Okay. So lastly, I want to give y'all a reading. So you're welcome to come and join me. You're invited. GoddessBodyMindSpirit.com. You can register there. It's for the goddesses. It's for the goddesses. All right. So only goddesses apply. Okay, y'all. So this is the energy that has spoken for the new moon in Libra. So that is the energy of Whychet. Whychet is also the energy of Oya, and it is the energy of eclipse energy. Okay, it is eclipse energy. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Okay, so but when you look at the Metunetter right here, when you see 2 and 2, that's called Hatep. Y'all know you hear people say Hotep, Hatep. So that's good. That's very good. Talk about balance. That's the energy of balance. Hatep is like everything is balanced just right. However, what I will say is this is a moon to trust your gut, your intuition, see if you get any downloads. Now, of course, Libra has to do with relationships. That's something I haven't really touched on and harped on. And I feel sort of like sometimes that's a little bit like the go-to for everybody. But I think that what is important is, are we cultivating relationships that are taking us in the direction where we want to go? You know, we need to be looking at, the way I've always said it is, do I have relationships that edify me, or do these relationships try to tear me down? Right. So that's something to think about. But it is important for us, because of this Whychet energy, to trust our gut, to trust our intuition, to realize that we have in this new moon a lot of psychic energy. It is so psychic that we can hear. Some of y'all can do this, whether it's Whychet speaking or not. Probably most of y'all can. But it's heightened. It's even more heightened, where you're like, I literally hear somebody's thoughts. I literally know exactly what this person is thinking right now. Or, and you can feel the energy of everything around you. It's like you just know what's going on. You can sense it. You may feel hyper expanded in your beingness. Like you're like, man, me and the sky, we're one, right? Before I logged on, I saw this little light over by my ancestral altar. I was like, okay, I see what we're doing. Okay. That's a Whychet thing where you're like, did I just see something like, because the veil is thin when Whychet is activated. Okay. This energy also has to do with change and transformation, and it's real quick. And so I want you to think about the eclipses. If you wrote this down, or if I want to, maybe it wasn't super like, uh, it wasn't, what is the word I'm looking for? Maybe the eclipses that happened back in the summer didn't just totally rock your world, but I want you to really think back to June and July. You can actually even go back to December, January. And I want you to be thinking about what got activated during that time. What began, because it might be coming back up in a very heightened way. If you know astrology, think about what is being activated in your Cancer and Capricorn houses, as well as Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Cancer, Capricorn. What do those houses represent, and is that energy coming back up? And so that is what this energy also has to do with. It's like eclipse energy is all mixed in. It Astrologers, they have their own camps, right? Most astrologers will say the energy of the eclipse is the strongest 3 to 4 months out. And that's where we are, y'all. We're 3 to 4 months out from those eclipses. And so, be thinking about opening yourself up. If you don't know what it is, you can just say, you know what, with grace and ease, or I'm asking you to assist me with making the changes that I know I need to make, and letting go of that which I need to let go of. Okay. But this one is largely about what is it that you are supposed to be moving into. And you just keep saying to yourself, I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable. If that means that I'm on the path to my destiny, right? Destined for our destiny. White chat, psychic downloads. And also, this is a time to really put yourself in energetic bubbles, guard your energy, protect your energy, clear the clutter of your energetic beingness, because we are so psychic right now. We can just be taken in everything, other people's stuff, right? And this could actually lead us to feeling like, I don't feel too well. I don't feel right. And it's just because we're taking in other people's stuff, right? But I do think that more than anything, it is so important, Sistren, to be open to psychic downloads, okay? To be open to receiving something. It's like an amazing idea that literally comes out of nowhere, right? Now, you may not feel comfortable with it, but you'll know I'm supposed to do this, because there's no way anyone could think of this. Or, some of y'all are like, oh, sometimes I don't really feel psychic. This will make you feel like you're so tapped into your intuition, right? Choo-choo. What do you know about, is that the lower of Haiti? Jocelyn, is that what you're asking me about? I will be setting intentions tonight to break the old habits and let go of the past. I love that, Elizabeth. Sun Eyes, I really like this. Sun Eyes says, don't even take a compliment personally. I actually agree, though I do know it's important for us to receive the love that people send our way. Let all that soak up in us. We just want to make sure that, let's say, one day person A says, you're the greatest, and then the next day they say, you're not. Either way, it's like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So yes. Any tips on help with being more consistent? I'm trying to work on Ori first. I love that. I'm an Ori devotee. Hello, Dr. Vershawn. Okay, so for being more consistent, number one, I am all about writing things down, and I'm also about having structure. I think that is so important, and having a plan. And I believe in taking baby steps, because you want to get small wins so that you begin to train your subconscious that, doing this is actually a good thing. It's actually a really good thing. But I'm learning more and more. I'm working on becoming actually an NLP practitioner. And one of the things that I'm learning is how much our brain gets trained by us so much that we don't even live our lives, a lot of our lives, conscious. That's why one of the keys to self-mastery is awareness. The more you walk aware, you can begin to question, I need more consistency. Let's say you want more consistency in working out. Okay, I use a lot of fitness analogies, y'all. I'm a fitness instructor. Forgive a sister. Okay, you want more consistency in working out. Well, number one, the first thing you have to do is have zero judgment of yourself. Zero, none, no judgment. Because judgment is where you will keep yourself hemmed up, and it just creates this emotional upheaval, and you can't see things exactly for what they are. Y'all remind me to talk about my eye. Let me type this in. So you have to say, I will be aware, and that's it. I'm just watching myself, because that's how you're going to figure out what you're doing. And so you begin to watch, okay, I said I was going to work out, and then you just start seeing yourself sabotage yourself. You start seeing, this is me. All right, I'm using my example. Start seeing yourself sabotage yourself, and you're like, okay. So then the next step is to break whatever it is that makes you deviate from what you said you were going to do. You now have to make the choice, going back to the hawk. The hawk is Shango. Shango Haru is this energy that says you've got to live life by choice. You take 100% responsibility for your life, and you live life by choice. And so you start saying, okay, I will arrest every time I see myself sabotaging what I said I was going to do. And I'm using exercise as an example. I said I was going to exercise at 9:00. That's another thing. You got to set definite plans. You have to say to yourself, what will I do? Write it down. And then that's when you start doing it. 9:00 every day, I'm working out. When you see yourself, it's 9:15, 9:30, you haven't done it, and you're like, okay, I'm sabotaging. It's my saboteur. You say, you know what? Arrest it. Every time you arrest it, and it takes a while. People say 21, 28 days. It depends on how ingrained that thing is in you. But you can begin to see that some of what lack of consistency is about is just habit of not being consistent in that particular area. And also you can remind yourself, well, I consistently get up and brush my teeth. I consistently eat every day. I consistently go to work. Oh, I can be consistent. I know I can be consistent. And so you have to just begin to prove to yourself, I'm consistent. I have this ability. I have this capability. And that is the way you begin to get yourself to start moving towards being more consistent. But it is about, what is your brain trained to do? What do you have it on automaton doing? And then you just have to start making choices in a new and different direction. And after a while, so going back to what I was talking about before, I had been just doing intermittent fasting on a regular basis. I'm not exactly sure how I got away from it. That's a lot of times how it happens when we end up in a rut. It's like, I really didn't plan on being in this rut. How did I get here? So I'm not exactly sure how I got away from intermittent fasting. But what I began to realize was, okay, I must get back to intermittent fasting. And so, it's like, okay, boom, 3:30. I have a hard time that I in, and it's tried and tested. All right, y'all. This was a lot of testing I did. 3:30, cutting the eating. All right, period. That's what it is at the end. And so yeah, I would feel myself. The way it started was, I would just make up this little story about how, oh, it's okay, I've gone this many days eating a little bit after 3:30, like at 5, 6 o'clock at night. And, I've made it. So to reverse that, it was hard 3:30 stop. Now I have ways, like I drink decaf coffee, because it's calorie free or whatever. I drink that. And because I cannot drink regular coffee late at night. Cannot do it. But I'll let myself do that. Of course, I'm drinking the water, all that kind of good stuff. And so, yeah, I just kept saying, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Arrest, arrest, arrest. Stop it. Make a different choice. And then what ends up happening is my body, my whole life is like, I don't even think about it anymore. It's really, consistency is really about brain training, period. at the end of the day. Now, of course, I'm not going to lie. Some of it is tied to your identity, because you may have a part of your identity. And y'all, this is getting way out there. Not way out there, but it could go so deep. But there could be a part of your identity that is like, I need to keep being inconsistent in this way in order to maintain this identity. And these identities just get made up based on our life experiences, maybe what we were told. If you were told your whole life, well, our family, we big people. You get told that your whole life, and then you end up as a big person, and then you're like, well, I really want to lose this weight. I really don't want to be big. It's not good for my health. I don't feel well. I want to wear a certain style of clothing, and I want it to look a certain way. And so I really want to lose this weight. And so you start losing this weight until you break up with the identity from being with a family that says we big, and just start saying, well, that's what they are. I am slim, and my size is like appropriate for my height. It's different ways we talk about it, and it's in the positive. It's not, I'm not big. We might have to say that to ourselves sometime, like, I'm not big. All right, I'm slim. I'm tight, I'm toned, I'm muscular, whatever word you want to use, to begin to change that. I'm a very healthy person. I love living, a healthy lifestyle. I am someone who loves to work out and eat in a certain way. Whatever it is, whatever this identity is, I'm just using health and wellness because it's something that I think a lot of us, it's easy to explain. It's easy to explain and people to relate and understand. But you have to look at your identity, because that identity will make you lack consistency in the areas. If you come from people who are like, we don't ever really make a lot of money, or, we don't do well with this. We don't have good memories, whatever. I mean, it's like our family when we talk about being impeccable with your word, we need to be impeccable with our word, with our kids. Our family just be speaking so much over us. Well, this is how we do it. All our family got this, and our family is like that. Well, this is what our family thinks, and this is what our family does. And as kids, it's like gets in our brain, whether we agree with it or not. That's why a lot of us, we hear, well, you're going to be like your mama unless we make a different choice. A lot of us would be like, you know what? My mama is so in. We keep the good parts and get rid of the parts, because we all know our mamas were not perfect. I'm a mom, definitely not perfect. I pray every day my kids are not in therapy, because I've done my best to keep my kids out of therapy. Oh yeah, I want to talk about my eye. Hey, hello, Felicia K. Grand. So glad you're bringing up intermittent fasting. I used to do it without knowing what it was. Yeah, a lot of us naturally intermittent fast. My son is that way. And I told him, don't ever lose that. Stay that way. Do this natural intermittent fasting. If you wake up and you're not hungry, don't eat. Don't let nobody tell you got to eat breakfast. Don't go against your natural programming. Everybody don't like breakfast. And if you're in the USA, like, they just got us narrowed down to one certain kind of breakfast. It's like, why do I have to eat this for breakfast? Can I eat something else for breakfast? Yeah, sometimes I wake up and I eat chili for breakfast, or soup. I'll eat anything for breakfast except some of the stuff that's deemed as breakfast food. Words have power for real. Words, have so much power. And this is why it is so important for us to watch, how do we speak? Do we use words that are empowering or disempowering? This is all related to the Libra New Moon, because we are looking at what words are we speaking into our lives at the new moon. What are we saying to ourselves is possible for us? What possibilities are we opening ourselves up to? And this moon is so rough that you may find out, wow, I've really been speaking some negativity into my life. And Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter are going to be like, no más, no más, no more of that, y'all. Or Mars would be like, um, you know, every time you say that, it swings us in a direction that really is not where you want to go. It's just not where you want to be. It swings you in a direction that's just not good. And I'll just go back to what I've been saying about 2020. Y'all, this is the year to just take it and throw it all out the window. Do a freaking reset. Take the time to look at all the trash, all the garbage. Because as we get closer to the end of this month, we have Jupiter meeting Pluto, right? This is the energy of both of them have to do with power and accessing our power. But if we had all this trash on top of it, all this self-doubt, and we got, these negative words that were spoken to us by our parents or our society, our teachers, y'all know that one thing that somebody said to you a long time ago and you like, I remember it to this day. So we want to be thinking about all this that's on us that prevents us from tapping the power within. It's time for us to access this power, unleash it so that we move forward. And when we die, we say, I did it all. I left no stone unturned. I just really believe that's what this moon is about. And I'm asking y'all to write it down because I will be asking you about this at the full moon in Libra in April of 2021. Y'all know I'm going to ask y'all. Y'all know I'm going to ask y'all. Let's see here. Lentils are really gentle on the system first thing in the morning too. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Lentils are delicious. I love lentils. Self-discovery often happens in times of great challenge. Yes. Yes, Deeza. Yes. 2020 has been a huge wake-up call. Okay, Grand. Agreed. Agreed. So, yeah, let me, real quick, hold on a second. At the end of the day, I'm a softie. And I just want to pull an affirmation card. I just love these cards because they're so loving, so gentle. I'm a softie. And yeah, I always love to leave people with a hope. I have a huge Jupiter charge to my chart. And so I always got to leave some hope and some positivity and some inspiration. I don't like beating people down, which I don't feel like I beat anybody down. Oh, my aunt. Let me talk about my aunt real quick. So that's an energy that I think is important for us to work with during this time. I do align the energy of my aunt with Libra also. So if you need to forgive somebody, I want you to call on my aunt and help you to, step into this energy of forgiveness. And because what is forgiveness going to do for you? Forgiveness doesn't say what that other person did was okay, right? What forgiveness does is it unlocks your energy. It clears your energy. Your energy is all tied up in unforgiveness. And so in order for us to move forward on our goals, one of the things that's so important is to forgive. So who do you need to forgive? The other thing is forgiveness brings balance. We want more balance. Also, something else to consider is that Ma'at is about seeing the big picture. And so, I think that's something that's so important during this new moon is to see the big picture. One of my astrologers talked about how there is a fixed star with this particular new moon. And this fixed star actually has to do with the goddess. It has to do with the energy of the goddess and just all the goddess, understanding the goddess way and living according to the goddess, right? Very blessed energy. And so I think that this new moon is one that can be auspicious, even though it may happen through struggle. And and it may feel tense and uncomfortable. When we work with the energy of Ma'at, we can see the big picture. And one of the things that I love about Ma'at is Ma'at says, with the big picture, you can see how things that are happening for your good are, amazing and wonderful. You can just really see it. But you can also see the things that we see as bad, as negative, how they fit within the big picture and how everything is working for our highest and greatest good. The good, the bad, the feel good, and the not feeling good, the feel bad, whatever, however you want to say it, is all working in our favor. And so, working with Ma'at during this new moon, maybe you don't have a vision for your life. Work with the energy of Ma'at, and Ma'at will help you to be able to see the vision. And sometimes it's just about, I feel the vision, I can feel it. I don't know exactly the totality of it, but I can see it enough that I can make plans to be moving in that direction. Because that's the main thing. The vision has to be your guiding light. And this energy of Jupiter being a part of this new moon, this is the energy of big picture vision, this higher cause, this higher purpose that we're here for. So that's something else to do. Work with the energy of Ma'at. Now, the other thing that I love about Ma'at is about good fortune. And so I encourage you to work with Ma'at. And I like mudra. I'm not even saying I'm a mudra expert, but I do know mudra work, which you're using your hands or you're making these motions, but they involve your hands. And one of my favorite mudra is just hold your hands in a receptive position. Sometimes just sit with your palms up, right? Open to receive that which you say you want. So many times we say, I want fill in the blank. And immediately we begin to argue for why we can't have it. But instead, going back to that consistency thing, when you feel yourself saying, oh, but not me, shut your mind off. Just be like, you know what? I'm not going to limit myself. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't even need to know how. I'm just going to follow the footsteps. All I need to see is one or two. Whatever the mother, whatever the ancestors, my guides, my Ori, whatever footsteps get lit up before me, I open myself to receive that which I say I want, and I am going to follow those footsteps. I am going to take action because Ma'at is action. She's a fiery goddess, or she's related to the energy of fire. And so, yeah, y'all, I say we need to definitely work with the energy of Ma'at because she has to do with good fortune. And the other thing is they call her the fortune, well, Ra'un Nefer Amen calls her the fortune major. So we have this energy of Oshun, which is also, Oshun is the goddess of um, spring, and she has to do with manifesting and beauty and art and creativity. She is the energy of Libra, right? And so we want to open ourselves up to working with Oshun, who is the fortune minor. Because see, Oshun, she's not going to be pushing back on a whole bunch of stuff. It's like, oh, you want to argue? Forget that. um, but she is the energy of good fortune. And then we have Ma'at, which is the energy of fortune major. And the way she helps us to navigate life is by us living according to the divine laws of the universe. One day I'll have to teach about those. I keep saying that, but I promise y'all I'm going to do it. I promise y'all. Metu Netter, Felicia, Metu Netter, Metuneter by Ra Un, that's UN, Nefer, Nefer, Amen. I forgive myself and anyone who may need my forgiveness. And on the spiritual plane, I ask for forgiveness, although it is not needed there. I send forgiveness there. Ashe, Dr. Vershawn. I'm glad you feel and are speaking on my eye. I felt that Once I received a gift as a feather from our family. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Hello, Ia Ocean Funke. How are you, my sister? Alapia. Yeah, actually on my altar, and I'm for real going to get off now, y'all, because I got to get ready for tomorrow. I got to get myself charged for tomorrow, make sure I'm on point. But I love collecting objects from nature, and one of the objects that I have for my altar, where I keep my oracle decks and then my opan. Let me show you my opan. I know at times people get curious. I better be careful with these. So if people want to know how you do readings, if you haven't seen it before. Oh, did I do something? Okay. This is the opan. And then I am an Orisha priestess. So we get cowrie shells as Orisha priests and priestesses. I don't know if y'all can see that. And there's other implements that go with the opan, because it's all about nature and connecting with the ancestors and, just connecting with different energies. And one day I found a feather, and it's a little orangey on the feather also. And so I put that with my my opan, and I keep my oracle cards with all of that. It's like I have a divination altar. So there y'all go. A lot of times I'm constantly sharing with y'all exactly what it is that's going on. But yeah, that's my opan. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. One of my favorite aspects to Ifa is divination. I'm a divination junkie, but I love the Odu. It's just, oh my God, I love the Odu. I love wisdom. So, yes, I was supposed to pull a card. Let me put this up. I'm just jumping off and on today. Yeah, I said I was gonna pull one with the person. Boom. I am focused. I devote my energy to what truly matters. Whoa! We're going to take this one into the new moon. Write this down with your new moon journal. I am focused. I devote my energy to what truly matters. That is what I'm going to leave y'all with today. We give thanks to the energies that lead, guide, and direct us. And I'm so grateful that it is now April 2021, and everybody is reporting how much success they have made in life. We give thanks to the ancestors for leading, guiding, and directing us, for protecting us, for showing us the way. We give, just so much gratitude to the mothers, to the goddess in all your various forms. We give thanks to our Oris. We give thanks to the power that lies within us. We are so grateful. We are so grateful. And so it is. Thank you all so much. Don't y'all forget, tomorrow, if you're not registered, I would love it if you can join me, or on the 22nd, for the Wise Woman Healing Circle and webinar. Yes, I would love it if y'all could join me. goddessbodymindspirit.com. You can sign up there. And I'll see y'all then. Love y'all. Thanks be to the ancestors. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, Deeza found a tortoise. What's up? I love that. All right, y'all. Peace and love. Thank y'all so much too. Bye.